Okay, so today is Saturday, June 5th, 2021 at 1:10 p.m. I'm Tim Siebert, and this is our Super Saturday office hours training. Today's training, we're going to be talking about how to build your business. So with that being said, getting started in any business is the setup is where your business, the direction that your business is going to go in is going to be based on your startup, okay? On how you get going with your business. If you procrastinate on getting going, if you procrastinate on doing this and that, you'll put it off. There's more of a chance of failure than there is success. So it's important that when you start your business, your first 24, 48 hours up to your first week, you need to be immersed in it. If you're building this business part-time to build a part-time income, then immerse yourself into it, the amount of hours that you're willing to commit for it to be part-time. If you're immersing yourself in it to build a full-time business and to get a super fast start so you can hopefully replace a full-time income and be able to stay home and become a home-based entrepreneur, then you need to crack down and be willing to give something up in the beginning in order to get a lot out of it in the middle part and the end of it. So we're going to talk about the climb. We're going to talk about the setup of your business and who to go to with your business. So with that, the setup is going to be pretty simple. You want to go in to your members back office in Genusity and you want to look over everything. I'm still finding new people signing up and they don't know where to find the support ticket system. They don't know where to find how to log into the Gen Entry after they purchase Gen Entry. They don't know where to look for the Gen Entry matrix. We had a lady that says, I've been in for 2.5 weeks and I just found out how to get into my back office, but how do I get into Gen Entry? And it was pretty simple there with all of the links on the left-hand side there. My Cyclers, I think is what it says, or something to that nature. You just click on that. So you need to investigate your back office in the first 24 to 48 hours. You need to go under every tab. You can't mess anything up, okay? If it says delete me, then don't click that, okay? But generally speaking, you can't mess anything up. You need to familiarize yourself with that member's back office. That is so important. Remember this, any Cycler login usually will be the same login as whatever your Genusity username and password will be, okay? So that's important. Setting up any business usually takes the longest out of every part of a business. The initial setup is going to be the longest. You see, it's kind of like if you start a business, a brick and mortar business, you got to go in and sign the lease. You got to go in and do the upfitting of the building. You've got to go in and build the shelves. You got to build the offices out. You got to bring in the desks. You got to get product and put it on the shelves. You got to put signs out, get your signage out, get your phone set up, get your power turned on. You've got so much that you have to do before you ever make a sale, before you ever make a profit. The average business startup does not make a profit in the first 5 years, folks. They're working in the rears. They're working in the negative. But with a home-based business, you can literally get started today and get in the profit today, okay? That is because of the simplicity of this business. What we find in this business is it's people that make it difficult, okay? You think too much into things. You try to evaluate things. You try to figure out how something works. I tell everybody to just stay as dumb as you can with your business. One thing you want to be smart about is the functionality. Where you go to look at your genealogy, where you go to do your support ticket, whenever you file a support ticket, where you go back in to get the answer that is sent back to you. You want to familiarize yourself. You want to get that storefront set up. Okay? You also want to set up a location in your home. This is important. You want to find a closet, an unused bedroom, a corner of the den, wherever it is, the living room, that you're going to make your office and make it your domain. That is where you build your business when in that area. And the family needs to respect that. Okay. You don't need the kids getting into your stuff and grandkids getting into your stuff and misplacing things. You need to treat it as a business. If you treat it like a hobby, you'll do this. You'll make nothing. You treat it as a business and maintain that business sense, it will generate an income. Okay. So getting set up, familiarizing yourself with your members back office. The reason for failure is people fail to plan in this industry. So many times they fail to plan. What do I mean by that? Well, whenever you're going to start a business and you go into the bank to apply for a loan, they want to see your business plan. Okay. They want to see it in writing. They want to see how your layout's going to be of the business, what kind of products. They want to see what kind of advertising you're looking at doing. They want to see everything about that business. Well, in network marketing, it's really no different. You need to come up with a plan, okay? How you're going to start this business, where you're going to work from. If you're going to work online, if you're going to work offline, if you're going to work online and offline, if you're going to work new school, if you're going to work old school, okay? I've dealt recently with a lot of people that are kind of like me, that are old school, okay? Belly to belly, okay? That like to build their business that way. And I've offered them some new ideas because you have to stay open, okay? You have to move forward, not backwards in business. So with that being said, you have to put a plan together, how you're going to work this business. Then you want to treat it like a business in the fact that you want to set up some type of a schedule of when you're going to work your business. Online, how are you going to build it online? You're going to work it through social media. Are you going to sign up for safe lists? Okay. And I know you're probably asking, well, what's a safe list? Safe lists are online websites that you can go to that are membership websites where you want to join it as a free member. And in turn, whatever email address you use to sign up for it, their members are allowed by law to send you their offers. And in turn, as a member, you get to send all the members, your offer, okay? So you're going to want to set up a separate Gmail, 1 or 2 Gmail accounts that are just for safe lists. You don't want to give your personal email address because you'll end up with thousands of ads. So you want to start using safe lists. If you use safe lists, understand this, you'll fail at them. You won't get a lead from one safe list ever if you don't be persistent and consistent and set up daily send outs. Do it in the morning, first thing. You do it in the afternoon or early, lunchtime, you won't get anything. You always got to do it early morning or late afternoon, early evening, okay? Early morning is prime. And you want to do it 6 to 9 o'clock Eastern times in the morning. So if you're West Coast, that would be 3 a.m. up to 6 a.m. Okay, those are your prime times on the West Coast. So, and you want to set up, and you have to understand this, frequency and enumeration is important. Your frequency is you send out to them 5 or 6 days a week. You can't send out like this. Well, it's Monday, I'm going to send out to 5 safe lists today. And then Tuesday morning you wake up, well, I'm going to skip today. I'm going to play hooky. I'll go back to it Wednesday. Wednesday, you say, well, I'm going to send to 2 safe lists today. I got some things I got to do, send to 2. Thursday comes, well, I'm going to play hooky. I'm going to go to the fair. And then Friday comes, well, I'm going to go ahead and do 3 more today. Boom. Saturday comes and you're looking and you haven't had a sign up all week. And you go, man, these safe lists suck. They don't work. No, they work. Okay. It's you don't work. You see, it's all about frequency. You've got to do them day in and day out, 5 to 6 days a week minimum. In the beginning, when I first learned about them, when I was first learning the internet and computers back in 2004, I was introduced to Safe List. I signed up for every Safe List we could find, a little over 200 back then is all there were worldwide. I signed up for all of them and I messed them up, okay? But I sent out to every one of them every day and I wasn't getting anything. And I was sending out around 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I wasn't getting anything. And I had a friend tell me, well, you need to do it earlier. I said, how much earlier? He said, probably about 6 a.m. your time. I was like, okay, well, I'm just getting to sleep about 4. He says, well, you need to change your work hours because if you want to be successful with them, 6 a.m. to about 9 a.m. at the latest. So I started doing it 5, then 6, then 7 days a week. And I did it like that for a year. The first year I'd sponsored, listen to this now, 2,200 people into that $10 a month business. My first year, 2,200 personally enrolled. Folks, that was almost 200 a month from Safe List. Advertising 7 days a week. I'd get up early Sunday morning and do it. That was my commitment. That was what I was willing to do to build a 6, 7, 8 figure a year income. See, it depends on how bad do you want it. If you're sitting here thinking on this training right now, well, I'm not doing that. Okay, that's fine. You might not be expecting to build a 6, 7, or 8 figure a year income. You might just be happy with, an extra 5 or 10 grand a year. Then of course, your frequency doesn't need to be as great. But anything that you want in life, you have to be willing to change, alter, and commit. It takes that to make things happen. 7 days a week. So, and now today, folks, I'm still doing it 5 days a week. And it's 17 years later. I'm doing it to help out our platinums and diamonds. Okay? 5 days a week. So 6 or 7 days a week is ultimate if you want to build. And then it can't just be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 Safe Lists a day. This morning, I did a total of, I did 108, 87, no, 85. It was 185 Safe Lists today. Okay? 185 Safe Lists from 6 to 8 o'clock this morning. So, folks, you have to be able to do it. There's some submitters like Referral Frenzy. You can sign up for that, pay it by the quarter or whatever. So, and it has 100 Safe Lists in it to where all you have to do is save a HTML and a text ad, 2 ads, same ad, same subject line. And then you can send out to 80 or 90 of them, or rather 40 or 50 of them text and 40, 50 of them HTML with the click of one button, 2 minutes to do 100 Safe Lists. Okay. So things like that can speed your workload up. But that's online. Then you have solo ads. I want to say this. We frown on anybody that uses Udemy. If you're caught using Udemy ads, you'll be terminated because of the spam complaint. We had one person using them and they didn't know. But right now, Udemy, when it first opened and it brought in all these solo ad list people, they were good. We used them. But then what happened was it became more automated, unverified, fake leads, okay, that got fake bot signups. And all of a sudden the spam complaints started coming in. Well, we had 20-something spam complaints in one day from one person's mail out through Udemy. And folks, that can shut down a website. That could shut Genusity's website down. Luckily, we have a good relationship with Spam Cop and Spam Assassin and all those people. So they understood what was going on and we fixed it. But we don't allow that. But there are other solo ad sending services that are actual membership based. Okay. They're out there. State-of-the-art mailer. Brad Webb has a great one with him. And there's a few others out there. But you can do that. Social media, be careful. Facebook's on a roll, okay? I normally can share to 75 to 100 groups, okay? Twice a week I can do that. 75 to 100 groups, no problem. I built up to that. half those groups I'm the admin of. I shared the live I did today. I shared it to 20 of my groups, and all of a sudden I got a full page screen from Facebook saying you've been reported for spamming. And I said, how? And it said, please put a check mark next to the subject lines of things you sent out that you think may be the cause of this. I learned that if you don't put a check mark and just put skip, they'll make you go through HELL to prove who you are. Okay. So I went ahead and chose one of my other posts that was just some, whatever it was, and checked and hit continue. And it says, thank you for being honest. We understand that sometimes spamming other people's groups, I sent a nasty message into support. Those 40 were my groups. I'm the admin. I started all 40 of those. Those are mine. And I was sending them an update on a webinar coming out. So get your stupid algorithm straight. And I expect an apology within 48 hours. I don't know if I'll get one, but so you got to be careful on social media. Okay. It can work. I've seen it work, but be careful when sharing your post. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those work, but you got to be short and sweet. One time 70, I noticed if you use a $, that stops it from being shown to a lot of people for some reason. I just learned that today. So turn 70, and then the words DOLL space ARS. Turns one time $70 into $12,550 in just 4 cycles. Ask me how. Okay. That is that thing has been opening the doors for so many people. I witnessed one of our team members get 57 people saying more info, more. And then in turn, that person brought in, I want to say 18 or 19 of those people. So that works tremendously. So there's many ways to do it online. Or if you've got how many people have had a Gmail or a Yahoo account for at least a year or longer? Type in me into the text chat. Okay. Most likely you've got a list of people in your Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, whatever, in that account of people that you've been sending things to. Okay. So if you've got that, I call that a warm market list. If you've got that, let me give you an idea how to prospect that. Okay. Does anybody want to know how to prospect that? What they already have is a friends list, family list, where let me say this. It is so easy to prospect because I know sometimes it's hard to go to family. Okay, with a business, sometimes products, it's easier because you got a story with our products to share. But business-wise, you can say, hey, Tim here. Listen, I just started a business that is exploding. People are making money all over the world, and I need you to help me. Do you know anybody that would like to make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month part-time from home? If so, please respond and let me know who they are. I appreciate that. Any referral, your cousin, Tim, whatever, or Tim Siebert, whatever, phone number. And then just send that out to your warm market list. You're asking them for help. You're not asking them to come into your business. We call that a backdoor approach. Very easy to use, especially if you have an email account that gathers people's information. Anybody that sends you something, usually you can set your email account up to keep their email address as part of a database list in it. And if you've been accumulating, that is a powerful list to go back to in an indirect fashion. So definitely utilize it like that. Ask them for referrals from anybody, because what they're going to do is one of 3 things. First thing is they're going to write you back and say, hey, Amy, I just don't know of anybody right now, but if I can think of anybody, I'll let you know. Boom, you got an interaction. Second thing they're going to come back and say is, well, I think Bill Johnson, a good friend of mine that drives a truck, and Sandra Morris, who works down at Publix, I think they seem to be entrepreneurial spirited. Here's their numbers, give them that's your second way. Or the third response will be, yeah, I'm interested. What have you got? Okay. Those are going to be your three responses. So be prepared for those kind of responses. What kind of preparedness can you have? Well, it's pretty simple. Has everybody seen the new page we just created yet? Has anybody seen it? Where it has the 1-minute video at the top, and then it has a brand new 6-minute video down about a paragraph down below it. Has everybody seen that? It's in Guerrilla Marketing Pro, and it's page 8. It's page 8. Go to Gen Entry, and then in Gen Entry at the top of Guerrilla Marketing Pro, go to Gen Entry, Cycler, and then at the top it says your Gen Entry pages or whatever. So open that up. You'll see it's got a page number. It's an 8. Is the page. That is powerful. That is super powerful. And what you need to do is, whatever the link is for that, you need to own a domain name. Like Gray owns turn 70 into 12550.com. That's Gray's. Okay. So he sends back, hey, he's already got an email already ready. It says, hey, space, comma, thanks for asking for the info. Here it is. Go to this page, watch the 1-minute video, then read and go to the 6-minute video. It explains everything, and then get back with me or follow the instructions on the video. Okay, that's what he does. And that's all he sends them. Sincerely, Gray Siebert, phone number, whatever. And that's what he sends back to him. And he hits reply to their reply. He hits reply and pastes that in there, and then just types in their first name and hits send. Boom. It's called 10-second prospecting. 10-second prospecting, folks. Okay. It's that easy to do. When you're prepared, you can get it done like that. Because think about this. If you don't have that already saved, otherwise type it out and email it back to yourself so it stays in your inbox. Then whenever you get somebody that asks like that, then you can go to in your inbox, then you can go to that email, open it up, copy it, and paste it into a reply to them. That's 10 seconds. It's all it takes. Instead of getting 10 responses back and you've got to hand type every one of those bad boys, okay, or bad girls. That could take 5 minutes in between the phone ringing and everything else. Now you got an hour's worth of responses. Whereas if I keep it in my memory and it's copy and paste easy, I can open up the first one, copy and paste it, type their first name in, hit send. Open up the second one, copy and paste it, put their first name next to hi, hit send. Do this in 1 minute. I've got all that work done. What's next? Okay. So there is the simplicity of follow-up, being prepared. Now, that new page is powerful, folks. Get a domain name, set it to forward. Don't cloak it, don't mask it. Just set it to forward to whatever that GMP link is. That's your personal link for that page. Come up with something cagey, okay? Something short and sweet, has a meaning. Capitalize the first letter of each word, okay? And set that to forward to it. And believe me, that's so much easier to remember and give out to people too. So that's your next way to follow up. And because you're going to be getting people that'll in social media and Facebook says more info. Well, guess what you send back to them? Copy and paste that and go to the instant message and send them an instant message with that in it exactly. Okay. Boom. There's your follow-up. All of it's consistent and persistent. Now, we go from online to offline. Old school. That's where I came from, okay? Old school marketing, where I lived by the 3-foot rule. No matter where I was, if I was in church, if I was at a club partying, If I was, I mean, I don't care if I was sloshed. This was back in the day when I was first starting. Okay. I don't do that anymore. Okay. So, but if I was, no matter where I was, I lived by the 3-foot rule, and I made sure everybody knew about my business and knew there was an opportunity and a chance for them to be a part of it if they were looking for a way to make money. So in turn, you know, we promote people to put together flyers, put together drop cards. And I'm going to show you an example of that in a second. Drop cards, flyers, anything like that. How many people on this call right here go for a daily walk when the weather's nice out in your neighborhood? Okay. Well, let me say this. We have 350 homes in this neighborhood, 7 miles of road. I try to walk it once a week, if not more. This is now the weather's getting better, I'll do more. But whenever I do, I put a flyer in the newspaper cylinder underneath their mailbox. I take them with me, and I do that. Now you might be thinking, well, you know, I might be a little too embarrassed to do that. Listen, I'm a 7-figure income earner. I'm not too embarrassed. Listen, you have to, if you want to be the best at anything, you have to live, eat, and breathe it. You have to, okay? But I also live by a motto, and that is God first, family second, business third. Okay, that's important to keep that separation. But I live, eat, and breathe business at the same time. And whenever I go for the walk, we put flyers out once a week. I've made a lot of product sales. Had a couple of signups recently as well from just doing that. So that's one way offline. Another way is I love to use my phone. And some of you have already seen this type of training, but there's probably half of you on this call that haven't. Back in the day, back in the 70s, we used to do what we nicknamed it Playhouse 90, because back in the 30s and 40s, in 20s, 30s, and 40s, on Broadway and in different areas of the country that were promoting plays. They called it Playhouse 90. We call it improv, okay, where you just come up with lines, okay? You let it go and you just create. Well, we call it Playhouse 90 when we go into a crowded mall, in a crowded doctor's office, when we're getting our toes and feet done at the salon. Like I took Teresa for her birthday and had hers done, and I did a Playhouse 90. I had a lady almost flip me off, okay, across from me because I was talking a little loud. But you can use your phone. You can say, hey, yeah, this business is incredible. I mean, people are making money all over the world. I mean, it's exploding. We've seen people getting checks for $1,500, $1,000, $2,000 a day. And that's right. Yeah, they're working from home. And this is so easy to do. Folks, just that little conversation I was having with myself generated one product sale while we were getting Teresa's and Bobby's nails and toes done. Okay. So, and the salon owner is now talking to me about this, but she's a little out there. She's made me an offer, $5 a bottle. I told her, I said, if you can find it for $5 a bottle, let me know, because my cost is more than that. So she'll come around. Okay. I'll take the banner up there and I'll nail her. But Playhouse 90 is an important way to get the attention through a broadcast, a verbal broadcast. And you're going to have some people in a crowd, they're going to listen. And as soon as you're done, they're going to come up to you and tap you on the shoulder. And they're going to say, what was that? I just overheard your conversation. What kind of business is that? The first thing you're going to want to do is tell them about the business, right? In most cases, just nod your head if you agree. In most cases, you're going to want to tell them about the business. Remember this, you don't want to tell them about the business, okay? You do not want to tell them about the business. If you do, they will never get in business with you if they are serious. What you want to do is qualify your prospect. You want to say, do you know somebody that would like to have their own home-based business? One of two answers. Yes, I do. Well, great. Could you give me the referral? What's their name and number? Well, no, it's me. Oh, you? Okay. Well, are you in a home-based business? What do you do for a living? Oh, well, I work up at, Publix, or Harris Teeter, or I work at Belk, or I'm a lab assistant at such. Oh, okay. So, but you would like to have a home base? Yeah. What's it about? What's the product? What are we selling? Hold your questions. So, have you got a computer that you can watch a short video on? Yeah, because I've really got to get going here in just a second. You do? Okay, great. Let me give you one of these. Take this and go to this website. Can everybody see that card? One time out of pocket $70 can make you $12,550 over and over again, paid daily. And turn 70 into 1250.com. Call Gray Siebert. Gray sent it to me. I took his phone number because I know he said, don't leave my phone number on there. I don't want a bunch of people calling me. He's, I'd love to talk to people, but he's still an introvert with that. So anyways, you have these pocket cards and you give it to them, and what you do before you let them leave is you take a pocket card and you get their name and their phone number. How many of you are guilty of giving out your card, giving out your drop card, but not getting the prospect's name and number? I've done it. Who else has done it? Who else? Raise your hands. Come on, we've all done it. Okay, don't do that. Keep a little memo book, one of those little 4-inch by 2-inch memo books in your back pocket, or pull out one of these and just say, what's your name? Bill? Great. What's your last name? Smith? Great. And what's your phone number? Just so I can follow up with you in case if you have any questions. I'm not going to call you and bug you and try to sell you anything. Just in case if you have any questions, I do want to follow up with you on that. Okay, good. Okay, good. Well, how about this? I'll give you a call tomorrow. That way you'll have a chance to look at it tonight and develop any questions that you may have. Is that fair enough? Good deal. Folks, that is just being professional with people, but it's being duplicatable. You see, if you sat there for a half hour and went over Genusity with them, they're going to say one thing to you. Hey, I appreciate the information. Let me think about this, okay? And I'll get back with you. I guarantee you what, if you don't offer to give them your name and number, they're not going to ask for it. You know why? Because they're not going to get back with you, okay? They're wanting to, what they're saying is, I'm not interested. I don't want to spend a half hour to an hour with everybody I know trying to go over information that I don't think I could memorize. So what you're doing to me, I can't do to others, so I'm not a part of your business. That's what they're thinking. And they blow off. So whatever you do to them, remember this, it has got to be duplicatable. You got to be so quick, 90 seconds or less, okay? And then get their information, say, I'll follow up with you, take care. And my name's Tim. So, don't forget, I'll be giving you a call. Okay, great. Okay. And that's it. Because now, do they know anything about your business at that point? Do they know anything at all? Do you think they're going to throw that card away? No, because their curiosity is piqued. They want to know what you got. And if they throw it away, they're never going to find out, and it's going to kill them. So that whenever they get home, they're going to get on, or they'll get on their cell phone in their car and they'll pull that site up. And if they watch that 1-minute video, they're going to peak out big time. They're going to be peaked big time. They're going to want more information. And they might scroll down because beside it, it says scroll down to see the presentation itself. So you've got control because you have their name and number. Now, here's what's going to happen on the follow-up. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I'm not going to wait till tomorrow, by the way, okay? I'm going to call them probably 7-ish. That gives them time to eat dinner and almost get relaxed. I know that it's not prime time for their favorite game shows and their favorite nighttime soap operas. It's more the right at the end of the news time when they're ready for something. So I'm going to give them a call around 7. I'm going to say, hey, listen, Mary Ann, Tim Siebert, we met at Lily's salon. Yeah, I gave you the card. Did you get a chance to watch that minute video and then the 5-minute video yet? You did great. What questions do you have? Oh, it's not for you? Okay, well, let me ask you something. Who do you know that it is for? that would like to make, believe me, there's people making 40,000 plus a month with this company. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't watch the whole 5 minute? You want to go back and watch that? Okay, great. Well, how about this? Watch that, and then I'll get back with you tomorrow first thing, probably between 9 and 10. Is that good for you? It is? Okay, great. Or they're going to come back and say, it's just not for me. I just don't, I think it's a pyramid or it's a scam. Anybody heard those? Okay. One thing about it, it's not a pyramid. It's not a scam. We're a legal business. We're licensed to do business in every state in the U.S. And in almost 200 countries, merchant account, products, warranties, the whole 9 yards. Product sales. A pyramid is when you give people money for nothing and they say you're going to wait and you're going to, and they're going to tenfold it for you in a month or two. Okay, there's your pyramid. This is not what we're about. You missed something. Yeah, you probably didn't watch it. Yeah, you're probably right. Exactly. So if you're not interested in making 10, 25, 50 grand a month or more, I understand where you are. Oh, okay, good. So there's certain ways to handle that prospect. But one thing is, I'm not going to wait till tomorrow to call them. I'm going to call them around 7:30. I'm going to catch them right at the right time. So that's one way to handle that Playhouse 90 prospect, as I call it. Now, old school. And by the way, there's the sheet. That's the sheet of his drop cards. He sent me the sheet and I printed it out with a fake phone number on it. And then I went ahead and cut those up into these for y'all so y'all could see what his look like. But that's the sheet. In turn, you can just slice it and dice it after you print it out. That way you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 drop cards per sheet. So, for 5 sheets of paper, you got 75 drop cards, folks, and make it a point to give those 75 out every week. Personally, if all I was doing was prospecting and building Genusity as a distributor, I'd make it a point to give out 75 of these a day. That's what I do for success, and that's what I did in GDI. So you definitely want to do that. Also, we offer what no other company out there in network marketing offers, and that is a super wholesale program. And we're proud of it. We're proud of all the sales that people that have said they weren't salespeople, now they are. Now they're making, they're sharers, but now they're making these big package sales. We had another big package sale this morning come in. We had 4, I think it was 3, maybe it was three new ones this past week, along with 11 normal ones. I call them normal because these companies that I'm talking about are reordering almost every week to every other week. And that's exciting for the company. But we had 3 new ones that did one of them today. And what is our super wholesale program? Well, we put a price list together, a rather super wholesale package list together. It's in your members' back office. If somebody wants to type in where they go to, what link they go to get that, they can type it into the text chat. But and in turn, we have, I think it's 13 or 14 super wholesale packages that you can take to the owner of a nail salon, a CBD store, a mom and pop coffee shop, whoever, and you can share with them. We've got banners, which, believe it or not, are in the car because I put them in there to take up to Lily's salon. So, but we have the 4-foot banners by 2 foot that you can roll out in front of an owner of one of those shops, and you can show them the product, show them a new stream of income, of revenue for their business, and show them the cost factor as a free member buying onesie twosies, which is manufacturer's cost, but then show them if they bought this package of 75 or this package of 100, the price break they get is another 20-25%. Folks, you get them signed up. You let them try the product, you get them signed up. You're going to be building tremendous income because those packages have got high BV. Okay. So that's a program and a training all to itself. Also, one last thing, prospecting other network marketers is one of the easiest things to do. I tell everybody, go get a second Facebook account. If you used your home computer to sign up for Facebook, use your phone to sign up and go to facebook.com on your phone and sign up, and maybe use, like mine is Tim Conrad Siebert, do, T Conrad Siebert, okay? And use a different email address for that. Have one of your email addresses that you use for Safeless set up, contact tim@gmail.com. Okay, don't use any of your other information you used on your personal Facebook account. Sign up for your second Facebook account right on the phone. And then send a request out to 10 or 20 or 30 network marketers, friends requests to these network marketers, and start building your friends database up to 5,000 network marketers. So whenever you do that, then you can use those, then you can put one time out of pocket $70 can make you up to $12,550 over and over again, paid daily. Ask me how. You can use that account to do the prospecting for that. Also, how many of you on this training right now live in a decent sized city? Raise your hands. I know Durham is, Raleigh is, Indianapolis is. Yeah, most of you do. I know, Amy, you're in Susanville, and that's probably not that decent. How many hotels do you have in that town? 2, 4, 1, 4? Okay. In bigger cities, at most of the hotels that offer conference rooms, every Saturday morning in every major city around this country and probably abroad, there is a network marketing meeting going on for some company. Some companies, they have 100, 250, 500 people show up for their Saturday morning 8 a.m. events. Okay. If you want to get great prospects and you want to get great contacts, find out what hotel is hosting a meeting on a Saturday morning in their conference rooms for a network marketing company. And how you can do that is hit or miss. Go to them, go to the big one that has a lot of conference rooms, that has a lot of meetings on Saturday mornings, and make it a point on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock to go to one of them and carry your drop cards with you, okay? Business cards with you. Maybe put them in a little pouch, belly fanny pack or something or whatever, okay? I know I did it with the fanny pack. But go to these and mingle in, get people's business cards. A lot of the members there have business cards. Maybe they have their own drop cards, and start gathering information of local network marketers. Folks, it's a simple process. You might think, I don't know if I want to wake up that earlier. I don't know if I got the time, or Tim, I'm an introvert. I don't know if I want to get around people and this and that with COVID and this and that. Or Tim, I've got my shots. I don't mind getting around people, but man, I'm kind of embarrassed. Folks, break free from who you were and become you. Have fun doing some things. Understand that you're not going there. It's not a job interview for you, okay? You're not going to get a colonoscopy, okay? You're not going to get a cystoscopy, guys. You know what I'm talking about with that, okay? So you're not going for any of that, okay? It's not going to happen. You're in control. As a matter of fact, it might be the first time in your life that you're truly in control. But I guarantee you what, if they've got 100, 200, 500 people, you're going to leave there with at least 150 to 100 prospects, hot prospects. Okay. Hey, if you're talking to somebody and they give you their card and everything, if they say, are you in a network marketing company? Let me say this. You don't want to lie. Do not lie to them. Okay? Just say, yes, I am. But do me a favor. Tell me a little bit about yours. What's got you excited about Herbalife? What's got you excited about Juice Plus? What's got you excited? Redirect them to talk about what's got them excited about their business. See, that's a pretty strong question to ask. And you'll find a lot of people will stutter. Most of them, 95% of them will stutter. Because they don't know really what they do like about it. They're caught up in the excitement of 200 people that have 10 or 20 people mingling in that are the big money earners. They're the magnets, and they're all pieces of steel. So ask them, what is it about Juice Plus that you like the most? Whenever they say, what company are you in? Say, well, let me ask you, what Juice Plus, what is it about Juice Plus that you like? And I've had people stutter and say, well, I've been with them 3 months now. Well, the product, I mean, if you compare it with Tang or anything like, are you truly using it every day? Are you a product of the product? Well, I do. I like it and everything else. But I'm in it for the money. You'll have some people say that. I'm in it to build a business. Boom, they disqualified themselves for you. Okay. Well, then you've been in it a few months. You're in it for the money. How's the money doing for you? Okay. You're not asking them defensive questions. You're asking them, how's the money doing for you? You didn't say, how much are you making? You ask them, how's the money doing for you? That's a prolific question, folks. Because you're not putting them in a position to tell you a lie. You've given them a soft out. Well, I'm doing all right. I just got started, so I'm it's a little slow for me. And they're going to give you every bit of information that you need to bring them into your business. Okay? They're going to give you every buying sign that you're going to need to know about them. So when you're finished talking to them, you need to pull out your little 4-inch by 2-inch memo thing, or take their business card that they gave you, which is the best way of doing it. And on the back of their business card, Juice Plus, not really making money, been in a few months, in it for the money. Make 2 or 3 or 4 notes about that person and do it quickly. Put it back in your pocket and move on. Filter on through the crowd. Now, at the end of them telling you about Juice Plus, if they say, you never did tell me about your company, just say to them, well, I'm looking at Juice Plus here, so that'll just for that, but I'll get with you. We can talk. We'll talk at another time. Just like that. Do not get into a conversation about Genusity. If you do, they will not deal with you for no reason at all, because then they know what you're there for. Then they know you're there to cross promote them. Okay. So the worst thing you can do is talk about Genusity to them. Worst thing you can do is directly, listen to me. The worst thing you can do is directly give them a drop card. Do not give them a drop card. If you have a professional business card like what Amy and her son have, those are all right. Okay? Doesn't talk about money. It just has got her name and her information so they can get up with you. That's fine. But a drop card is what you do not want to give them directly. It's Cody's card. That's his new card, by the way. So you don't want to give them this. You want to give them a business card. Okay. So what kind of products does Genusity have? Well, they've got some great products. They really do. But Juice Plus is, redirect them. Do not get into conversation about Genusity's products or anything. Okay. Show them some respect. Because I guarantee you what, if you give them your business, by the way, how many people on today's call have got business cards? Type me into the text chat. Type me. Let me say this. A business card is a reflection on the owner of a business. If a business owner has a business card, guess what? They believe in their business. If a business owner doesn't have a business card, A, they don't realize the importance of it, or B, they don't believe in their business. So I'm a firm believer. You've got to have a business card as a professional network marketer. You have to have one. That is you saying, I believe in Genusity. That is you saying, I believe in Genusity's products. That's you saying, I believe in Genusity's 3-phase bonus system. That's you saying, I believe in me. Without a professional business card, ladies and gentlemen, you're just a network marketer looking for the next fix. I'm not saying that's y'all. I'm just saying that in most cases, those that are saying and thinking, I'm not going to get a business card, you're not going to have an identity without one. It is part of business. It is a reflection of your professionalism to this industry. It's so important. So if you don't have one, I would say find a way to make your next expense a business card. Once you do that, you are representing your business. You're concrete. You're part of a foundation that has been laid, and you'll grow from there. But the worst case scenario is always people say, well, you have a business card? And you say, no. Do you think they think you're serious about your business? No, folks, they don't. You've got to get a business card. I think that is so imperative, so important. You need one. Amy's got a printer in Susanville that does them, and they'll ship them to you, and they are beautiful cards. I recommend those. The company will come up with our own cards as well, probably through her printer, maybe even, okay? But we'll come up in the future with our own. And whenever I say future, probably in the next 3 months, 90 days, maybe next 6 months, because we've got a list of things that we're doing that have to be accomplished first. So definitely get a business card. That in itself will give you a foothold into a doorway that's been cracked. And that's what you want. So with that being said, that is the end of today's Super Saturday training. We will have another training next week at the end of the business opportunity webinar. Let me go ahead and stop this. We'll go with a Q&A. Bear with me here.